Hello and welcome to the channel, BOBSALES this times next year. So I just wanted to do a quick video on secret rare comics right now. So with that being said, let's get back into the episode. So as I say, I've actually been playing the market, and last night was a particular one where I spotted that most secret rares are sitting at 15 editions left on the floors, which I think you agree out of 500 is a very, very low number. Now the thing you will notice when it starts getting to this stage, when the comic floors are so thin, the price jumps are a bit more significant in between each comic and collectible. I know it's a bad thing to buy on the way up, but that's exactly what I've been doing. But sometimes you do just have to play with the price jumps. Now, as I said before, this is a dangerous game because you could always get caught. So with all that being said, let's take a look at some of the floors, some of the prices, some of the things to look at, and how you can still make gems in this bear market. So as you can see, I'm still in my new account. Right now I have some more gems in this account, so I'll be using this one for the meanwhile. So my game plan is right now, until we can merge accounts, I do want to clear this account out so I can actually use my real BOBSALES. Now I'm KYC'd, so I either wait till merge or I sell everything and then take the money out and then put it in my new account, or do whatever I want with the money. Because I was initially going to use it for the Anaheim trip, but now I'm not even sure if I'm going to go right this second. So the aim of this account is I'm going to get it up to 2 grand, and then I'm going to decide whether I'm going to merge the account or I'm just going to withdraw the money there and then do what I want with the money. As you know, I am actually going to lose money on fees and stuff like that, so taking the money out and putting it into the account is probably not the best idea, but that's the options right now. So with that being said, I've actually been trying to buy some secret rare comics and actually flip them for higher price. So with the new drops and everything this week, a lot of people are cashing in their stuff for gems again for drops, even though the drops are not selling out at this point. Now most of the comics, most of the secret rares I have in this account I literally brought yesterday. As you can see, I've got 28 comics in this account now. The idea is to be killing this account off, not buying more stuff. So before I go any further, I should have really told you some of the things I'm looking for when I'm purchasing these items. First rule is I try to stick to 100 gems or under for each purchase. I do this so I know I'm not chasing the floors too high. If I set a limit on the floors I'm chasing, it stops me from going too high. As I'm trying to make profit in this exercise, this is the way to go. Another thing I look for is price jumps. The more I get on with the video, the more you're going to see the price jump, and you should see less available, the bigger the gaps between items on the floors. I also look for small floors, which each secret rare comic book right now is down to 20. I also look for items that ain't had the day in the VeVe app yet. By this I mean that comics that have never reached a high price. This is mainly the newer drops in the app, or comics that have slightly less value in the real world. I also look for comics that have had their day in the app. Because I've been here a while, I know how far some of the comics have actually reached, and I own a couple of them. So I always pay attention to them floors because I know a lot of people are holding to get back to them prices, which gives me a rough idea of when they might start getting listed again. Now of course you pick up 4 digits, 3 digits where possible, and of course if you're buying and flipping in this case, you want them as close to floor as possible, if not on the floor. The reason for this is when the price goes back up, you can then floor your comic and it stands out from some of the others. Now, there will be other 4 digits listed, but if yours is the only one, it will get picked up quicker. This will give you a better chance of making profits at the top when it reaches that height. One of the other first things I learnt when watching the VeVe videos was from Ellis to pay attention to the auctions themselves. A lot of the times you do catch auctions that are lower than the list price. And last but not least, do not get greedy. A lot of these comic floors are going up from 100 to 300 just like that. You want to be selling at the midway point in my opinion. One of the main things to remember is profit is profit. You do not have to make 100 gems on each book. You can make 20 gems and that can be fine. With all that being said, let's get into some more floors. So I've always liked this comic cover. Normally with VeVe they take the secret rare from the panel inside. However with this one it's not actually from inside the comic itself, it's actually on the outside. It's the 3D logo. Now this is one of the ones I've already brought. As I say, I brought this last night for 48 gems, and as you can see it's already up to 58. The floor that steadily looks to be increasing. Currently there's only 22 covers of this on the market, and overall just a really nice pickup and cheap. Next comic I'm going to take a look at is Fallen Sun. Now I think this is the 3rd comic on VeVe we've actually got that links together. Actually has a run pattern, but the secret rare covers on these have remained quite low for some time. Now I actually paid 49 gems for mine. For a secret rare is an absolute steal. As I say, the comic book's not highly rated in the app. The secret rare covers are absolutely amazing on these ones. Now, a prime example of not taking huge profits, I've actually listed this one for 70 gems, which is cheap. Now, I think I could sell for a bit higher, probably could hit the 100 mark, probably 100 plus. But as I say, sentiment's not really with this comic, but it definitely hasn't had its day. I'm going to show you one more of the comics what I brought myself, and then I'm going to show you a couple more what I haven't brought yet, but I'm thinking about buying. Next comic is the Uncanny X-Men 170. Now, this is one of the secret rares I do like on the app. The fact that it actually has the two main characters in the book on the front of the secret rare battling each other. And the secret rare art itself is really crisp. I do like this one. Now, this one's an example of pay attention to the auctions, because I actually brought this one for 80 gems at auction. This is where you start seeing the rules come into play. As you can see, automatic price jump to 123 gems. Now, I tried to floor this for that, and I've been undercut by about 5 people. But I've already made the 40 gems, and I've not even held for a day yet. The next comic I actually don't own. I actually don't even think I have a common of this one. And we all know about the great covers on this comic, and it is the first appearance of X-23, Wolverine's sort of daughter. And this is the first and only comic that actually has mature content on the front of the comic. Now, I have actually read this comic, and it is pretty depressing. But we all know this comic has good sentiment in VeVe. Right now, there's only 15 secret rares available, and the price on the floor is sitting at 115 gems right now. As I said, I'm trying to stay under 100, but for 115, it's not a bad snap. So the price as shown is listed at 115 gems. If 5 of these listings are sold, it's up to 170 gems. And I've got to be honest, I've been watching this price for a while, and it's pretty cheap. And the fact that she has anything to do with Wolverine is always a winner in my eyes. So I'm going to take a look at one more comic floor with you, and then I'm going to love you and leave you. Next item we're going to look at is the Black Panther issue 1. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first Black Panther comic we ever got, and I must say the rare and the ultra rare are really my favourite covers on this one. I really do like them covers. I am male, and you come to find if males collect art, it tends to be women. Now, this one, the floor is actually sitting at 209. Now, what's one of the first rules? Don't buy anything over 100 gems while chasing gems on the flip. With that being said, I am really tempted with this one. Within 2 listings, you have made yourself 100 gems. Now, the ultra rare is actually sitting at 90 gems, which is kind of high for the sentiment of the market right now, but this definitely gives me a good price gauge of what the covers were originally at. And this is the first appearance, and this is quite significant in the app. Now, a lot of VeVe users that do like this one and do collect it for cultural reasons. So if you see this listing disappear after this video's come out, you know that I've probably brought it.
There is one more thing. It's been emotional.
Well, as always, it's been emotional, guys. Thank you for your growing support. If you didn't enter for the last giveaway, enter in the last video. Until the next time, I've been your host, BOBSALES. This time next year, we will be millionaires. A peace.